1,000 paths to tranquility. In our hectic lives, the pathway to our enchanted world of peace and tranquility often exclude us. Perhaps we try too hard. We seek it there, and hey presto, our lives become even less tranquil than before. It is often said that tranquility lies in the simple things, in reading a book, listening to a particular piece of music, walking through a gallery, or visiting a park. When life is stressful, just close your eyes and shut out the world for a few moments and allow yourself to recreate those tranquil moments. In the same way, the tranquil thoughts in this little book will create a kind of sanctuary when the pressures of life are insurmountable and that secret garden of tranquility seems so far away. Tranquility found. What is tranquility, and where can we find that low door in the garden wall that leads to it? We search for it frantically and never find it. Tranquility is not the same as laziness. Laziness is the habit of resting before you are tired. Tranquility is not with those who insist that their lives have been destroyed by others. Those who know tranquility take responsibility for their own lives. Those who possess the capacity to not care about the praisers or the fault finders will already have tranquility in their heart. Tranquility is one of those things that is harder to find the more frantic you search for it. Relax and let it find you. A tranquil mind is paradise found. The tranquil heart cares not what others think. Fools complain, condemn, and criticize. Tranquility belongs to those who can praise in others when they do right, speak of positive things. Tranquility does not lie in your worry about another's faults. It lies in your own self-improvement. Stillness and tranquility set things in order in the universe. Tranquility is beyond form. It cannot be grasped and held. It is beyond sound, but perhaps within sound, yet it cannot be heard. It cannot be seen, and yet it lies in everything we see. Tranquility often comes through trust. He who does not trust enough will not be trusted. Believe in yourself, then you can delight in tranquility. The powers of wonder, curiosity, and delight are granted to the tranquil soul. Believe in yourself, and all these will follow. Tranquility comes through listening. It is impossible to truly listen while doing something else at the same time. There is tranquility in freedom when there are people allowed to speak. There is tranquility in democracy when the government listens. There is tranquility in wisdom. Wisdom comes through listening, and the wise will, in turn, be listened to. To pass on tranquility on to our children, we must be careful of the things we say, for children do listen. If you know how to listen, tranquility will speak to you. If I could drop dead right now, I'd be the happiest man alive. Samuel Goldwyn. Tranquility comes when we can trust ourselves, when we can accept ourselves. For some, it is reaching a point of accepting they are what they always will be, and for others, it is the point of deciding that they can become more. Tranquility can be reached once you are able to accept that life is unlikely to go as you had planned. Tranquility is not the friend of others whose lives are spent yearning for the impossible. Life is a series of concepts and ascribed significances. Tranquility lies in recognizing and accepting that we made it that way. While words are capable of twisting and turning our understanding of most philosophies and sciences, tranquility is a touchstone of truth that governs words and reasons. Tranquility comes as one masters understanding of the forces of nature in the world, the four seasons, the tides, the seas and their tides, the winds, and the transience of nature, growth, decay. Life in turmoil fights against these, but once understood, they are forces to be used. Tranquility is the meaning of meaning. Tranquility is often disrupted in becoming judgmental and attempting to improve upon nature using force. Tranquility can be reached by simply allowing the mind to become quiet. You will only find tranquility once you accept the need for little self-examination in your life. Tranquility is reached by overcoming fear. Face life with your natural mind, not your conditioned mind. There are many paths to tranquility. You don't have to adopt Zen or become Japanese to find it. Tranquility is not created. It is there in all of us already. We simply lose touch with it. Tranquility is about being natural. It's about being yourself in all that you do. Find tranquility, and you will find that you are special. Tranquility is the garden in which your soul can grow. Tranquility might at times leave you, but once found, you will always know the path by which to return. A moment of tranquility can relieve a lifetime of turmoil. Tranquility is not selfish, and neither is the friend who understands your need to go there. Your route to tranquility will be unlike the route taken by others. Tranquility is yours by right, like the air that you breathe. There is enough tranquility for everyone to enjoy, but each must make their own journey. Often, it is possible to find tranquility by doing and saying nothing at all. Finding tranquility gives you strength. Much turmoil is created by those who insist on taking you out of yourself, while often the tranquility we seek is only found by getting inside ourself. More time is lost in trying to be punctual than is spent in tranquility. Ambition and tranquility are not good bedfellows, but success and tranquility are often discovered together. We all seem so different, and yet only he who does not live in search of happiness and tranquility truly claim to be different. Imagine joy, and you will discover tranquility. Discover living, and you will find joy. There is more to life to be discovered in tranquility than any busy street. Our tranquility and our happiness depend on ourselves. No matter who you are and how confused you are about life, there is one prayer that will provide the key to your tranquility, and it is simply to say, thank you. You can find tranquility with something to love, something to do, and something to hope for. Tranquility has many byproducts, including happiness. Sometimes, when we are too focused on ourselves and the turmoil we are in, tranquility eludes us, and we have to turn our attention away from ourselves momentarily. Our tranquil inner spring runs through solitude, unpolluted and refreshing to the spirit. It is important to realize that tranquility is less of a destination than a manner of traveling. Tranquility is a place where you can let go of trying to become something and where you can concentrate upon becoming someone. Tranquility is often sought far off in the distance when it is right where you and only you can grow it. Nothing brings people more quickly together than laughter. Nothing guarantees tranquility better than moments such as these. Tranquility serves to double our pleasure. Tranquility serves to double our joy, and in doing so, divides our grief. Tranquility demands very little. Tranquility is a feeling and not a thought. One must try to feel and not think about feeling. It is hard to find tranquility where you are not understood. Accepting this will bring some calm. You have to make your mind up to seek tranquility. A tranquil mind gives you space to think. There is a kind of tranquility in the gratitude with which we greet life and all that's in it. Those who, when they are all by themselves, feel very alone. Those who know tranquility feel less alone when they are all by themselves. There are those who know tranquility and those who seem to others to know tranquility. By all means, demand of life everything that it has to offer, but you will never discover tranquility demanding more than it has to give. Tranquility is a place for imaginative reflection, not a place of judgment. Tranquility is often lost in the search for it. We cannot find it in ourselves, and it seems impossible to locate it elsewhere. There is tranquility to be found in knowing that you are doing your best to make the most of yourself. Tranquility is beyond circumstances. There is more to tranquility in being than in having. Tranquility is usually not to be found in any belief that focuses the interest of one person, one group, one race. Tranquility is natural, knowledgeable flow. We will find it when we discover our spiritual nature. Tranquility is expressed in mellowness through all of our actions and through our words. Those who have found tranquility are calm and pleasant to be with. Tranquil people are willing people. They do not interfere in the lives of others. Those who discover tranquility can often help others to guide others to their true nature and their own tranquility. Tranquility comes in many names and forms. At root, it is about a freely available, universal source of energy. Many of us do not find tranquility because of the terms by those attempting to share it. To seek tranquility is an organized group. To seek tranquility in an organized group can be helpful, but to many this method can put up even more barriers between the searcher and tranquility. No one holds a monopoly on tranquility. Tranquility does not come as a reward for sacrifice. Often the most opening advice is to be found from the closest to us. Some find tranquility by contemplating the infinite, while others seek and find it by focusing on the small and intricate. Tranquility is known by many to be the great antidote to pain. Tranquility does not discriminate. No one is chosen. No one is rejected. It is difficult, if not impossible, for the selfish and the suspicious to discover tranquility. No barrier can prevent those whose life wishes to find tranquility from achieving their goal. The quest for tranquility is not a religious belief. It is for anybody and everybody, and that includes you. To reach tranquility, it is vital to have an unclouded perception. Tranquility is not seen, it just is. Without desire, the heart becomes quiet. The whole world is made tranquil. To begin our journey on the path of tranquility, we must first arrive at the level where everything is harmony. To arrive at harmony, we must travel towards our natural spiritual energy and allow it to meet us, our mind, our body, our surroundings, our lives. Tranquility helps us to know when to follow our heart and when to follow our mind. Once tranquility has been reached, there will no longer be a divorce from your inner energy and your daily life. Those who find tranquility are gentle, nonviolent, and respectful in the gifts they possess. Tranquility can only be found when you begin to manage yourself well. Tranquility is to be reached by working towards spiritual evolution. Everyone makes mistakes, but tranquility comes to those who consistently educate themselves closer into harmony with spiritual nature. To find tranquility is to come home. Finding tranquility in the morning just after rising, in the evening just before sleep. Tranquility, faith, and personal behavior are one. They cannot be divorced from one another. We fluctuate long between love and hatred before we arrive at tranquility. Tranquility is already there in your loveliest and purest thoughts. Tranquility lies in the beauty that forms your mind. Tranquility sustains you from the inside. Life cannot be interpreted perfectly without discovering tranquility. The kingdom of tranquility already lies within you. Tranquility is what no eye has seen and what no eye has heard, what no hand has touched and what has never occurred to the human mind. From tranquility emerges a person brimming with self-reliance and contentment. Tranquility comes to those who know themselves. Tranquility breeds in the ability to disagree with what others say. The calm listener understands exactly with what he is disagreeing with. Tranquility can be reached by taking no action. There is more tranquility to be found by creating opportunities than by going off in search of them. We all live in the same hectic world. Some of us deal with it better than others. Some of us have tranquility in our lives. Some of us will never allow it into our lives. We all need to be able to understand and to be understood. Without this, there can be no tranquility. We are the ones who block our own paths to tranquility. We are the ones who must begin to clear them again. I hope you enjoyed 1,000 Paths to Tranquility. That is the first excerpt to many more. Thanks for stopping by. Namaste.